When somebody is trying to bring about massive change, it's hard to paint a picture of what a year looks like down the road. That's hard to see that. You can't, because you feel a certain kind of way. You look a certain kind of way and you're like, it's too hard to go that far. And it's much easier just to give up. So instead of painting the land of milk and honey, this is what I see you as doing. Dolvett Quince, he showed them glimpses of their potential. He would take them right to the point of cant, where that psychological governor would kick in. And he would take them one tick above cant. And then he would add another tick and another tick. He would take them to new brinks. And at the end of the session, he would show them new results. And the results that he would show them was the increased weight that he added when they were lifting, or the speed that they ended up running at, or the distance that they ended up going. And every one of them would say, I had no idea I could do that. This is how you build momentum. Momentum is not from point A to point Z. Momentum is point A to point A.5. It's glimpses of your potential. If you begin to push yourself to see glimpses of your potential, then what you're going to discover along the way is pops of possibility. And these pops of possibility are where you push yourself and you say, I didn't think I could do that. And you did it. You proved to yourself that you did it. And even if it's not perfect, at least you just showed yourself what's actually possible. Do you know what world-class entrepreneurs and athletes all have in common? Their ability to sell. See, in spite of the adversity and the setbacks and the unyielding rejection, they never settled. They kept selling. Selling requires 10 core skills. And those skills are communication, connection, curiosity, consistency, creativity, continuous learning, being coachable, courageous, handling the criticism, and also confrontation, but productively. Now I'm going to teach you what they know. And let me give you a secret. You already have access to it. If you're tired of settling, then you better get selling. Welcome to the Sales Life with Marsh Buice. All right, TSL, let's get it. Let's help you discover glimpses of your potential. And this comes with the help of Dolvett Quince. And Dolvett Quince was the celebrity trainer for the TV series The Biggest Loser. This is where a bunch of overweight people would compete, and whoever lost the most amount of weight would be the winner, i.e. the biggest loser. And one method that he used to help these who were morbidly obese lose massive amounts of weight is he showed them glimpses of their potential. See, his students had been living a life of contraction for many, many years. They may have once looked a certain kind of way and was in great shape and were go-getters and trendsetters, but something happened along the way. And then something kept happening along the days. And their lives contracted and contracted and contracted until they lived a life of cant. Every day, they would reinforce those behaviors. The narrative that was going on in their mind was, I can't do it. I can't ever get back in shape. I can't get my old life back. And to help cope, they would emotionally eat. And they only made their situation worse, which then reinforced the narrative. The narrative got stronger and stronger and stronger. Those of you who have had their weight go up and down, like me, I know exactly what that is. So anytime that they would get to the level of discomfort, their psychological governor would kick in and say, pull up. I can't do this, because they believed it for so many years. They couldn't go any further. When somebody is trying to bring about massive change, it's hard to paint a picture of what 100 miles down the road looks like, what a year looks like down the road. That's hard to see that. You can't, because you feel a certain kind of way. You look a certain kind of way, and you're like, it's too hard to go that far. And it's much easier just to give up. So instead of painting the land of milk and honey, this is what I see you as doing. It didn't work for those students. Dolvett Quince, what he instead did was he showed them glimpses of their potential. So he would take them right to the point of cant, where that psychological governor would kick in, and he would tick it up one notch. He would take them one tick above cant, and then he would add another tick and another tick and another tick. And all along the way, not only was he ticking up new behavior, but he was also reinforcing with a new belief system. While he was pushing them, he would tell them, you got to be here to see your daughter walk down the aisles. You got to tell your mind to make way for your body. You got to be here for your family. These are new belief systems. And it's important to note that your physical and your mental systems have to be married together. This is why you see many times people on these yo-yo diets. They may change themselves physically, but if they haven't mentally changed themselves, if it's still the old broken tape, then even though they have a physical transformation, if they're not reinforcing a mental transformation as well, it's incongruent. And what's going to happen is the system's going to revert back to the old system, the one that was aligned. And that alignment was the broken soundtrack of, I can't. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve a new life. I don't deserve a new look. And they go back. So not only was he ticking them up a notch, but he also reinforced it along the way. He would take them to new brinks. And at the end of the session, he would show them new results. And the results that he would show them was the increased weight that he added when they were lifting, or the speed that they ended up running at, or the distance that they ended up going. And every one of them would say, I had no idea I could do that. But now that he showed them glimpses of their potential, and they were adopting a new belief system, the glimpses of the potential became new normals. And so they would show up the next session working to get to that new normal. And then he would show them another glimpse of their potential. This is how you build momentum. Momentum is not from point A to point Z. Momentum is point A to point A.5. It's glimpses of your potential. And sometimes we need others to show us glimpses of your potential. And that's why people hire personal trainers, because they know if left by themselves, the minute it gets uncomfortable, they're going to pull up. They're going to go do something else. They're going to lighten the weight. And what a personal trainer does is he adds the weight, he pushes them, and at the same time, he forces a new behavior. He forces a new belief system. This is why coaches are so important. Coaches take you beyond where you think you can go and help you discover on your own, through their urging, glimpses of new potentials. But you're not off the hook. because it's not the personal trainer's job. It's not your manager's job. It's not your coach's job. Those are all nice to have. You could push yourself to discover glimpses of your potential. But if you begin to push yourself to see glimpses of your potential, then what you're going to discover along the way is pops of possibility. And these pops of possibility are where you push yourself and you say, I didn't think I could do that. And you did it. You proved to yourself that you did it. And even if it's not perfect, at least you just showed yourself what's actually possible. I talk to people all the time, man. And I tell them, whether it's health, whether it's in sales, and they'll say, I know. I know I need to do it. I know. They know, yet they don't do. And this is going to get you away from that I know. Most people live their lives in I know, yet they don't do anything. But if you set out every single day to discover a glimpse of your potential, just a glimpse, a pop, then you're going to build new momentum. I mean, think about this. If every day you set a target to discover a glimpse of potential, just a little bit, where you prove to yourself that, oh, I didn't think I could do that. Where you feel the tension and you're hesitating inside and you're hesitating physically and you're already scripting the rejection. Just think if you, just for that one instant, that you pushed yourself. I don't care about the result. I just want to see a glimpse of my potential. And if you string that together every single day, if that's a mission for you, oh my God, 6 months from now, unrecognizable. A year from now, unstoppable. But I don't worry about 6 months from now. I don't worry about a year from now. I'm just focused on right now. Glimpses. I got to catch a glimpse of my potential. Let me give you an example. You're at a restaurant. You're really trying to get healthier, right? A glimpse of potential is when the appetizer comes sliding out. And you say, no. And everybody's devouring it. Change the scenery, man. Go outside. Go to the bathroom. Go play what's the little game some of these restaurants have at the front where it's got the hook where you pick up the stuffed animal and drop it. Go play that, whatever. Get away from the food. You push yourself where you say, man, I didn't think I could say no. I didn't think I could say no to that. Because what happens is, what do? We celebrate, right? When we're trying to change, we bust our ass at the gym at 5 a.m. that morning. We get to a restaurant and we fold and we say, wow, we celebrate instead of recommitting. When we could say, I got to find my glimpse of potential right here. I can sit in the tension. I can sit in the cravings. No, not going to do it. That late night snack. Nope, go to bed. Glimpse of potential. Seems so small. But when you add all those together, oh my God. So a glimpse of potential, that late night snack. Nope, go to bed. And you wake up the next morning and you get on the scale and you see the tick went down just because you passed up that one meal. And you built some resilience. You built some mental toughness that you know now that you can say no to a late night snack that you've habitually done for many, many years. Glimpse of potential. 2 beers instead of 6. Nope, not going beyond that. Because when you drink the 6, then you're going to be hungry, and then you're going to add to and then you always start over on Monday, right? Oh, Monday I'm going to start. On Wednesday, okay, I'm going to start again on Monday. Glimpses of potential. Pops of possibility. I see it. I did it. Oh my God, I did it. And you move on. When you're at the gym, you raise that incline. Feels like a mountain you're walking up. High incline at 6.5. Glimpses of potential. I didn't think I could do that. I didn't think I could sustain that for 45 seconds. I did it. Or you increase the speed on the treadmill to 9.5 for a minute straight, 30 seconds straight. Whatever it is that you think you can do, add 10 seconds to it. Discover a glimpse of potential. Because remember, it's a new belief system. You just proved to yourself, nobody else had to do it for you. You prove to yourself that you can do it. And you come back to it again and you do it again. And every day, you already proved yesterday. I thought I could do 30 seconds. I just did 45 seconds. Well, guess what happens when you come back the next day? Now you're going to pop it to 55, and then you're going to say 1:05. Next thing you know, you're going to do 2 minutes straight because you're stringing together glimpses of potential. Every day, man, it's a new glimpse. And you're stringing this potential together, and that's how you live a life of realized potential. Same thing if you're in sales. It's calling the customer that you know in your mind is like, man, ain't no way, man. We didn't vibe. They're not buying anything. Glimpses of potential. I'm calling them anyway. That application that you put in, glimpses of potential. I'm showing up anyway. Even though they told me, oh, we're only doing online application. But no, glimpses of potential. I show up. I look like I want the job. I stand like I want the job. I go there with confidence. Glimpses of, it doesn't matter what the result was. It doesn't matter that, no, we're not doing that. We're only doing, okay. But see, I pushed myself beyond the point of hesitation. I pushed myself one notch beyond the point of where I said, no, I'd rather know than assume the rejection. In sales, all about discovering glimpses of potential every single day, every moment. I better not ask this customer to buy. I better not. They've told me no 3 times. Glimpse of potential. GOP. Try one more time. And you realize you lived. Oh my God, I'm okay. Glimpses of potential. So try this today. Let me know how your progress is going in discovering your glimpses of potential. Hey, would you do me a solid? Would you share today's episode? You can also see today's podcast. I'll post it up on YouTube. It's The Sales Life. So catch that video there. And I'm on all the socials as well, at Marsh Buice, Buice. With that, remember, the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you, because you're more than enough. Never settle. Keep selling. Stay in the sales life.